Today's episode is all about how to be more trusting. And I'm going to start off with a fairy tale. Once upon a time, there lived a princess. And this princess, she had these dreams and she trusted and she was open. But then something happened and the princess lost all her trust and faith. And she decided that she could not be as open as she was. That's reality. It happens to all of us, right? We all learn what we're going to share, what we're not going to share. But are you somebody who's now become completely non-trusting of what's happening around you, to the point that you're beginning to go into every situation with this attitude of, I'm not sure I can believe what they're saying? If you are, most likely the person on the receiving end is picking up that vibe and generally not opening up to you too. Subsequently, the result of that is you can't build intimate relationship with friends, intimate relationship with customers, clients, you can't build your business. So what can we learn from the princess archetype? The princess archetype is the innocent, genuine, open, sees the world from a beautiful lens. What can we learn? Because if we take aspects of that into our businesses and our lives, we will flourish. Well, the first thing the princess does really well is that she's vulnerable and she doesn't try to hide it. Okay, and that to me is sharing the war stories behind what you're doing, because it's through those war stories that we create intimacy and we connect. So be open to sharing our failures as well as our successes. And also in terms of intimacy, body language, make sure you've got really good, positive, open body language, not arms crossed and legs crossed and so on and so on. Third point I say is learn to listen, not just physiologically but psychologically. When someone's talking to you, what are they not saying? Pick up on the nuances of what they mean by what they're saying. Fourthly, go out of your ways to find ways to connect to people and don't always wait for them to call you. Why don't you call them first? Fifthly, people who have learnt to not trust actually tend to have this kind of very judgmental way of looking at everybody else. So let go of being judgmental, and everyone carries a history of how they've got to where they are. So rather than judge, try to understand where they're coming from, what's their perspective, what brought them to this place. And the more you open up and start trusting, again, the more you will build those relationships. And finally, as you take your baby steps into opening up, into sharing the story, take your time. And what I can promise you is that if you do become more open, do start trusting, do start opening up, great things are going to start to happen, both in your life and in your business. So, tell me, are you someone who's learnt to trust more? Share your thoughts and comments below, and we'd love to hear from you.